We use the scientific equipments to measure energetic phenomena which are some kind of the shadow of the real substantial energy forms deformicity. We have measurings which show us that regarding structure and dimensions of this facility, Pyramid of the Sun, energetic form which is above the pyramid, which we measure and verified via a strength of electric field, that energetic form has ellipsoidal shape with maximal energy density in the center of that ellipsoidal object, and we can call that object scalar field.
In September of 2016, another team from 3 countries, Croatia, Slovenia and Serbia, led by electrical engineer Goran Marjanovic, did very systematic measurement, again, above the top of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun using the drone. So they were flying about 50 meters above the top of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun. The way they were doing it, they would fly a few meters and then going left, right, back and forth for about 50 meters. Another few meters, left, right, back and forth. That way they covered a huge area around the top of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun. And these are their conclusions. This energy beam, but this particular time this is electrical field. It goes like energy beam, 4.5 meters wide, and then it starts to expand. And then at 21 meters, it is the strongest and widest. And then it's coming back to the narrow beam, and then again, expanded, narrow, expanded, narrow. So, it is elongated, ellipsoid. Now, the engineers knew immediately that it was some form of the standing waves, or torsion fields, or rather popular term scalar waves. Now, scalar waves have been investigated by Russian scientists for the last 40 years. If you have a torsion field, it means that you have a base to create a speed of those waves which is much bigger than the speed of light.
Scalar field.
And that's going 20 billion times faster than the speed of light.
Yes, but that's low limit of that energy forms, propagating velocity, because they can be much higher than that great number is. We can say that using torsional fields and longitudinal electrodynamic vibrations for communication, we can reach unlimited velocities, which mean that you can have communication between great distances immediately. You have no to wait signal to came to us. You immediately have results.
Is unlimited the same as infinite?
Yes, yes. Yes, that's our reality.
And would we have to put energy into the scalar wave to make it go faster, or is it just we just hitch a ride on the scalar wave with our communication?
No, we don't need no energy. This is a different kind. Amplitude or strength of the signal is not important here, but only the frequency and the phase between phase change in during the wave propagation.
Super. And this beam, the 28 kilohertz beam that's coming out of the Pyramid of the Sun, Semir says it's following the sun? Možda?
Resulting structure of that field is a result of interaction between that beam and energy flows which exist in our reality and are correlated with the sun position and the earth and their relations.
And this pyramid is working as an energy machine right now.
Always, because you don't need to produce energy. You have no. You don't need a machine which produce energy, because you have energy in all the space, and you have energy flows between sun, galaxies, planets, which is in unconventional form. That energy flows are not energetic forms which we know as electromagnetic waves and similar. But these energy forms are flowing, which, for example, Nikolai Kozyrev called flow of time, flow of space. In essence, that is a flow of ether, which science expelled.
The idea of ether was discarded by science.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
But this is the essence of Tesla technologies, which are based of luminiferous ether and his energy flows, electrodynamic vibrations, longitudinal, which he called non-hertzian waves. And all of these principles, which use Tesla and his technologies, we can find here. Why? Because principles are the same. Used by nature and by Nikola Tesla. Why? Because this is a resonator. This is a resonator, but multidimensional resonator, which amplify the energy flow which exists and amplify them, filter them, etc., etc. Same principles. Tesla has in his machines. He applies the same principles which nature used here. Tesla applied in his machines, and which we know the best was magnifying transmitter is Colorado Springs, and main part of that machine is extra coil. That's lambda quarter resonator, which work at the same principles as this resonator work. And what they do, they amplify existing energy flows which are of non-conventional form.
So we wouldn't say that the pyramid is producing energy, but channeling energy.
Channeling, filtering, and amplifying cosmical energetic flows.
And also earth energy flows, Moshe.
Yes, of course.
Dobro.
Earth is also some kind of resonator, index structure, same as pyramids, pyramidal objects, and sacral objects also.
What kind of objects?
Sacral, churches and...
Oh, sacred churches,
Yes,
and
yes.
with the domes, you mean? The domes inside.
Yes, but never mind. Knowledge of the ancients was much higher than we have in our modern science. That does not mean that our science something is wrong. No, but resolution is not so high as ancients have to see the reality much wider, much deeper, and applying principles which they know, but we didn't reach that level. Tesla was according to my opinion, Tesla was among the first of this civilization who reached this high level of knowledge.
And today, do you think the balloon will go up with the equipment, or no, or another day?
Looking at the sky, I think today we cannot fly because wind is too strong, and we have to do our measurements next time.
And
but we don't hurry. Why? Because pyramids don't go nowhere. This facility is here for 1,000 years and would be next few days or months, for sure.
And what kind of equipment do you have to measure scalar torsional waves?
I cannot measure torsional waves. Scalar, I have a machine which is made by Engineer Bureau Mraz from Germany, from München, regarding to the schematic of Pareto. And for measuring orgone energy, I use experimental life energy meter made by Heliognosis from United States. And for measuring ordinary electromagnetic fields, I use ordinary equipment from laboratories, from Germany, from Europe.
And the scalar waves and the torsional waves, they're not the same thing? They're different measurement equipment? Or is it the same, the torsional and scalar?
That's a different names for the same phenomenon.
So you just, if you're measuring scalar waves, you're measuring torsional fields?
Yes, in some way we can say yes. Because it's very hard to describe that form. But easiest way is to say that they are equal. Because manifested form are the same.
Are human beings antennas like the pyramids are antennas?
Yes. Resonators, I think is a better word.
Resonators, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, resonators, that's a nice idea.
Yes.
So when we're singing...
Everything is resonators. Earth for itself, sun system, pyramid. That's the only combination on different resonators for these different harmonics of the same signal.
So everything is resonating?
Everything. And why? Our reality consists of different objects in a manifested form, which we can investigate, measure, detect, and so on. And everything what exists only in very specific forms, in which energy and part of the space of the volume which that energy is inside of that object must be in exact relation. You have no objects which are not resonant. I call them stable objects because what can exist, what is some kind, in essence, we have some kind of harmonic oscillators which oscillate on different frequencies, but only oscillators which are harmonized, synchronized with round objects in their vicinity can exist for a longer time. You can find that in my model, which is called energy density model. There you can find there exactly places or energy density levels on which objects can exist for a long time. If they are not harmonized with the nature, they exist some time and after that disappear. For example, in the micro world, you have hundreds of particles, but only 6 are proton, electron, neutron, neutrino, free neutrino. Particles are real,
stable.
But hundreds of them are virtual. They came to our world, exist for a few picoseconds, and after that disappear. They are not stable, they are not resonate, they are not in harmony with reality. And that's a principle in all the scale for the micro or macro world. And but not only what we know, that's a mechanical resonance and electromagnetic resonance. And our science know only that part of the reality, but there are a lot of energy forms which we cannot measure, which are not manifested in the form in which we can detect them, measure them, and investigate. That forms are known in tradition as chi, prana, bioenergy, etc. And we know that forms of energy exist. So I call that kind of resonator multidimensional forms of resonators which functions on the same principles of resonance, but in a different kind of energy flows. Not electromagnetic, not gravitational, but some kind of non-conventional, substantial form of energy.
So if you put an apple inside of a pyramid, the pyramid is helping it to live longer.
Yes.
By giving it a better resonance.
Because energy flows in the apple, has their characteristics, frequency, etc., but which are some kind of harmonics of the same object, which is a pyramid. And resonant frequency of the pyramid is some kind of multiplied number of the frequency of the apple, and they are mutually harmonized and help one to each other to get more stable form.
Aha, so it's about stability. Interesting.
Yes.
And then stability, we would translate that into if the life...
The principle is the same if you has a wire with and without box, as a guitar. Box is a resonator which helps this sound to be amplified without energy, without batteries. That's the same principle. Why? Because resonant frequency of that box is harmonized with the frequency of that wire, and you get amplified without energy. Same principle you have here, but for that different kind of not mechanical vibrations, not electromagnetic, but unconventional energy form vibrations, which we call prana, chi, etc. But in essence, that's a flow of ether, of substance, yeah.
And what about on the outside of the pyramid? Like those sheep, are those sheep going to live longer because they're on the outside of a pyramid?
Yes.
Yes. So you don't have to be inside the pyramid.
Yes.
You can be outside the pyramid.
That's not important. Inside and outside is the same part of the reality. That's the other kind of the problem, because what we know, world which we describe by science is a world with 3 space dimensions and 1 time dimensions. But we really, in reality, we live in a world of 12 dimensions, but we don't know for them.
Goran Marjanovic, thank you so much for talking to us. We hope you can come back and do your experiments again on the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun.
Of course.
We look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you very much.